What's going on, people? Welcome to the LV Live show. I'm LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Once again, I want to thank all the new subscribers for coming by to my channel, man. It is truly, truly appreciated. So, things are looking like they're pretty much getting set here, right? Pretty much getting set. The Knicks got the Sixers game 1 Monday night in the Garden, 8 p.m. Eastern Conference semifinals. Should be extremely, extremely exciting. Rivalry renewed. Remember what happened a couple of years ago, right? Should I play it? I think I'm going to play it a little later. But we know what happened. So trust me, Philly fans are extremely upset. Probably worried too, but they're extremely upset. But I think it's going to be a great series. Great series, great series, great series. Extremely excited about it. Two extremely, extremely, rabid fan bases going to get after it, which I think is awesome. It's just beautiful to see, man. It's beautiful to see. It's great, just NBA rivalries, right? Kind of starting to come back, right? And you kind of see it with the Embiid piece and Mitch, right? The whole, just the whole thing is out there. You know what I mean? With just everything that's going on. Of course, Dante hitting his shot. The Nova boys coming back home to Philly, right? All these stories, right? That pretty much are engulfed or connected to this series. Maxey being who he is, right? Remember hitting that dagger at the top of the key from deep. We thought the series was over, but Dante had another thing to say. I you know what I mean? Of course, Kyle Lowry, he doesn't play, but he's still on the bench being Kyle Lowry, right? All the different things, man. Nick Nurse is like a Tibbs clone. He's over there running guys into the ground over there. They only got 2 guys coming off the bench. So it's going to be extremely, extremely, extremely exciting. At the end of the show, I'm going to kind of give you guys a breakdown of what I think is going to pretty much happen in this series. But I think this is what the NBA wanted. The NBA wanted, of course, they would love to have Boston, but, they're just as happy having Philly. Because, all eyes are going to be on this game. Monday night, 8 p.m., prime time. Probably going to be the highest rated game of the week with the Knicks against Philly. And then, of course, we got the whole Embiid and Mitch thing, right? He yanked Mitch's ankle, had him out for basically, damn near the whole season last year. Right? So you have all that, right? Just so many different storylines, man. Then you have this whole thing, right, going on, what's going on with the Sixers, man? They out there blocking tickets? What was that? I'm going to try to look for it and try to bring it up for you guys. They're blocking tickets? They're basically saying that, if you don't live or your credit card doesn't match up with the location of Pennsylvania or whatever, they're going to deny tickets, man. They're going to deny tickets. Insane. Tells you how nervous they are about this series. But I'm going to start off by saying this. I think the Knicks are a major, major matchup problem. Major, major matchup problem for the Sixers. But the Sixers going pretty much only 6 or 7 deep, if that. They got to worry about the law of attrition, right? Because I'm sure they're tired. You worry about Embiid and his injury stuff. Paul George, is he still on PEDs? I don't know. Allegedly. Let me say that. Allegedly. But we know Maxey's going to be Maxey. But what are the role players going to do, right? What is Oubre going to do? Right? VJ Edgecombe, right? The ascending star, athleticism. Is he ready or is he too green? Are we worried about Quentin Grimes? Are we worried about him? Who's the other big man? Bolo, whatever his name is. Are we worried about him? Right? So it's a lot of storylines here. But I'm extremely, extremely excited. It's going to be great theater, man. This is what the league wanted. Great theater. But if you know the series, right? Let's break down the series, right? So the series to this year, we went 2-2. Right? It went 2-2, right? The first game, I believe, what is it? I think the Knicks lost that one. I'll bring it up right here. Let me see. Do I have any? I thought I had it. 1 second here. I think the Knicks lost that first one, which was 130 to 119. Right? No, I'm bugging. Make sure I got that right here. Series went 2-2 this year. Both teams won on the road. Like neither team won at home. Right? The first one was the Knicks loss. Okay, we go. Knicks lost 116 to 107. Right? Then the second game, right? They lost 130 to 119. That's when Maxey was just going off. He was just dominating stuff, doing what he does, right? Then the Knicks came back and won the next one, 112 to 109, which was a really, really great game. I think that was a game where Embiid was just flopping all around, and Towns just couldn't get in the rhythm, right? He pretty much went, I think he just like fouled out in like 16 minutes of play. Like it was insane. It was a crazy game. But Brunson had 31, then went to the small ball lineup, with pretty much put OG on Embiid, which I think is going to be a big factor here in this series. And the Knicks went on a run. And then it was that last game we had. That's when Alvarado went off, right? We smoked them boys, 138 to 89. And so it's going to be really, really interesting. You know, the beauty of this is that Philly, the reason why I think it's going to be a great series is because the Philly's not really nervous about playing the MSG. They want that because they've been here before. They've been here before, quite a few guys that are still on that team. So they know what the atmosphere is like. They know what's expected. Embiid loves being a villain. You know that. But I think the biggest key here, and we're going to get into matchups in a second, but I think the biggest key of this whole series, is going to be the health of Joel Embiid. Is his body going to be able to hold up if this goes 6 or 7? Is he going to be able to deal with that? That's the key here with him, because you just don't know. Now we know how good he is. Listen, guys, he's an MVP. I always say it all the time. He's one of the best players in the league. Like, when he's healthy and he's rocking, but he's never healthy, right? That's the thing with him. But I think where the Knicks pose a different problem than other teams is we have 2 bigs that can deal with him, similar to the Wemby thing. So even though Towns may have a problem, you still have Mitch that you could throw out there on him. But then also, too, if you say, all right, cool, we want to go small ball, you can put OG on him. And OG played a big part in that first series that we played against them because you were able to put OG on him at the 5. Because remember, Mitch was kind of in and out because remember, he injured Mitch. And so you needed somebody on him. Then you had Precious Achiuwa. So you had different bodies to throw in Embiid. So now you got Mitch, healthy Mitch, you got Towns, and now you throw OG that throws a curveball into everything. Because he's the problem. Maxey's going to be Maxey. I'm going to talk about him in a second. Maxey's going to be Maxey, but Embiid is the one. You kind of keep him kind of like on the outs and kind of like he's doing him, but he's not really tilting the scale here as far as the games go. But it's going to be exciting. It's going to be extremely, extremely exciting. Once again, I appreciate everybody coming through Rock with LV Live. This is I'm doing a quick show with you guys just to touch base with you guys before tomorrow night. A playoff preview show talking about the Eastern Conference semifinals, the Knicks versus the Sixers, game 1 in the Garden tomorrow night. All right, let me get in the chat here. Yo, Disc Rover, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Eddie Kofi, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Ramon, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rocking with LV Live. David Smith, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rocking with LV Live. A couple guys coming through. You guys coming through, please hit that like button for me, please. BQ from BK, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Rondo, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rocking with LV Live. All right, so let's kind of get to the matchups here, right? So now when you look at the 5, right? Because they start. Let me pull this up really quick. Okay. Because here's where they start. They got Embiid, right? Of course, they have Edgecombe, they have Maxey, then they have Oubre, and then they have, of course, Paul George, right? We should easily win the rebounding battle, right? So that takes that off the plate. But now the big issue is Maxey, right? Because you got to keep him in front of him. You just have to. He's like flash from baseline to baseline. No one can stay in front of him. Nobody. He's just that good. So you're going to have to be okay with picking your poison with him because he's just that good of a player. So, of course, they're going to start off putting Mikal Bridges on Maxey, which I'm okay with, right? You can do that. What I would do, right now, we're talking matchups here, setting up, because you know who our 5 is. What I would do is I would put Towns on Oubre. I don't need any foul trouble. I would put Towns on Oubre, and I would put OG on Embiid. That's what I would do. I would put Josh on Paul George, and I have Brunson on Edgecombe. That's what I would do. Because as great as Edgecombe is, you know he's going to get in foul trouble dealing with Brunson. You know he is. So they're going to, get him out of here real quick. And once again, Philly has a problem because they have no bench. No bench. They got a couple of guys that can roll out there, but guys they can trust. What are they going to go? Maybe 7 or 8 deep. You throwing Drummond maybe into that rotation? You throwing Drummond? But who else do they really have to come off the bench? Right? They got the kid Barlow, right? They got him maybe. Right? You got Drummond, of course. Grimes. They got one of the Martin twins. Oh, that's not who that is. But who do they have? No, they got Bona. Sorry, they got Bona, right? So you got Barlow, Bona, Drummond, and Grimes. But are they going to play Barlow? Are they going to play Bona? If they're playing Bona, that means they're not playing Drummond. They might play Drummond. And you got Grimes. So once again, so you got to think about, okay, like what does this look like, right? As far as the lineups go, like who they go, right? And Nick Nurse is like Tibbs. So he's only going to really probably play 8 guys, maybe 7, probably 7 guys, 7 to 8 guys. That's what he's going to do. And where I think we tilt the scale here is that we're so great offensively, you got to be able to keep up with us. And we're not Boston. We're not just gunning for threes. Right? So to me, defensively, that's the biggest thing. I'm not worried about us offensively. We're going to score a lot of points here. We just are. Embiid is not the defender he once was. And if I'm Towns and they put Embiid on me, I'm still being a hub, but I'm taking full advantage of that matchup. And I'm trying to draw fouls on Embiid. Or if not, put Embiid in every single action. Every single action. He can't rotate. He can't move. He's just not the same player that he once was. And so we're going to score. We're going to score. The problem is getting caught up in Embiid's games. So that's why I would put OG over there on him. Because I don't want Towns to get caught up in that. Because Towns, we know what his issues are, and he can get caught up in that. I would not put Towns over there. I just wouldn't. I would put OG on him and let Towns deal with Oubre. Oubre's kind of like Oubre's like a Dyson Daniels. He could shoot it better, but Towns can guard him. If Towns can guard KD like he did a couple of years ago, he can guard Oubre. And so that's the thing. And I think Josh can deal with Paul George because Paul George ain't the Paul George that he once was. So once again, it's all about rotations. It's all about matchups. I would keep Brunson far away from Maxey. Far away from Maxey. Oh, David Smith said, who does Brunson guard? Okay, I just said it. Brunson will guard Edgecombe. That's who he'll guard. Josh is going to, this girl says Josh is going to be on Maxey. I would not put Josh on Maxey. He's not quick enough for that. He's just not. He's just not. Eddie Kobe says, but Embiid has a mid-range shot. That's why I would put OG on him. He can't get that shot off on OG. You know what I'm saying? No, I can't disgrove. I cannot put JB because Oubre's too active with offensive rebounds and all that. So he would give Brunson problems. VJ's athletic, but he's still kind of green, Disgrover. He's still kind of green. So that's why, and then also too, I know the kid he's gonna be making dumb fouls. Like, so I'm leaning into that. Just remember, I think Towns can hang with Embiid, but Embiid can't. No, just David Smith. Listen to me. No. It's not that he can't hang with him, David Smith. I don't want him getting in foul trouble with Embiid and Embiid's nonsense. He's flopping all over the place. OG's a lot more disciplined to that. We turn off that water, David Smith, now we're good. Now Towns ain't got to worry about that. So that's kind of how I would do that. If we're speaking matchups here, defensively. Now, the reason why I would have Mikal on Maxey, because he's quick enough to somewhat slow Maxey down. Not fully, but somewhat. Right? But once again, it's all picking your poison here. Because you know Maxey gonna get his. Let's just be honest here. He's gonna get his. And so that's where you got to kind of say, all right, cool. Let's kind of pick our poison here. But Maxey does go through stints where he misses a lot of shots too, because he's a high shot maker. He shoots a lot. So you know he's going to miss a lot too, right? Like that's just what he is. Now he can get hot, like he did at the Garden a couple of games ago, and he just went ballistic, right? Maxey can do that also. But Maxey can also be erratic too, right? He has that with him. But the key to this, guys, believe it or not, is their bench. If they don't really have nobody to spell those guys, and we're constantly putting pressure on them offensively, it's going to take a toll on them, especially them going 7 games with Boston, right? It's a law of attrition. Okay, Eddie Kobe says, Paul George shooting at 3 very well. Listen, he is. But that's why I think Josh has got to get up on him. Get up on him. Don't play games with him. Don't give him space, just like you didn't give CJ McCollum space. Do that to Paul George. Make it hectic for him. Right? So I think Josh can do that. Right? So for me, that's why I lean into that. But I don't want Cat. Cat is too important to us offensively to be messing around with Embiid. Once again, we got to play the matchups here, right? Cat comes out, bring Mitch in for Embiid. But then again, like, guys, we're going to make Embiid work on defense. We're going to make him work. And if he's guarding Towns, I love that. Barbecue chicken. Because if he's guarding Towns, or you put Oubre or Paul George on Towns, barbecue chicken. We run that hub all day. OG's going to have a field day. A field day. So they're going to have problems. Major problems. So it's a PG is 6'8", though. How can Josh guard that? Listen, Josh has done pretty well against big guys like that. Yes, but Disgrover, you're thinking of the old Paul George. I'm not. He ain't the old Paul George, man. He's just not. So that's how I'm looking at it, Disgrover. Now, if this is Paul George from Indiana, okay, now we got a problem, right? Now we got a problem. But he ain't that guy no more. He's just not. He was able to go off against Boston because they're a shell of themselves, man. They're not the same team. They're just not. But we provide a lot of different problems here. We just do. David Smith says, I don't think this is the old Embiid. Listen, David Smith, I agree with you, but where he is he's tricky, man, with these fouls, man. Even Jaylen Brown spoke about it. The league still gives him them little nonsense fouls. You know what I mean? So you got to be disciplined in guarding him. David Smith. Towns is not disciplined. I love him. I'm a Towns guy, but I know his deficiencies. He's not disciplined guarding Embiid. Embiid will kind of get in his head and all that stuff. We don't want that. We don't want that. And so for me, that's like kind of like what I'm thinking about here. Just being extremely, extremely open-minded about it. All right, so I threw out the matchups, guys. Let me ask you guys. Let's get down to this. Who's the X factor in the series? Who's the X factor? I'm gonna give you guys my X factor. The X factor I feel in this series. You guys are gonna think I'm crazy when I say this. I think it's Mikal Bridges. And the reason why I think it's Mikal Bridges is because I really, really want him to take full advantage of that Maxey lineup. Because I think Maxey's gonna be guarding him. And I want him to take full advantage of that. We already know who the guys are going to be. We already know, right? Brunson, of course, Towns, OG, right? We know those guys. Josh Hart can knock down threes and be the hustle guy. But I would love for Mikal to be averaging anywhere between 17 to kind of like 20 this series. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, that's a big part to this series. I think it's huge. And so that's why I told you guys, I think it was beautiful to see what Mikal was doing at the end of that last series. I thought it was awesome because now you're starting to see a guy get his confidence. We can get out pretty much in transition, get him easy layups, and that fall away get going. I think he could be a major mismatch problem for this team. Big time. Because they're not going to be expecting it from him. And then him, of course, him being, of course, the hometown kid, returning back home to Philadelphia where he's from, playing at Villanova, going to high school there. I think he can have a big series. But you, in a situation like this, though, if Maxey's guarding you, you got to attack Maxey. Attack him. Try to get him in foul trouble. That's what you do. Because if you get him on the bench, you get him in foul trouble, it's barbecue chicken. And so to me, that's big for us. Huge. Big Taz, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live tonight. Gravity. What's going on, man? Appreciate everybody coming through Rock with me tonight, man. Let's like I said, I'm doing a quick show. Quick show tonight. I just want to rap with y'all, man. Just want to rap with y'all about pretty much about the game, man. What y'all think? You know what I'm saying? And so, that to me is huge. Huge. But we gotta attack him. We gotta attack Maxey, man. Put pressure on him. Put pressure on him. Gravity says, as long as we can contain Maxey driving to the rack, we should be fine. That's a tall task, man. We don't have anybody on this team that can stop him from doing that. He's that good, man. I don't think there's anybody in this league that can stop him from getting to the rack. He's just that good. Baseline to baseline. He's like a cheetah, man. He's so fast. He blows by everybody. I haven't seen anybody stop him like that. So it's like picking your poison, right? But the thing with him is that he can't go erratic sometimes, right? Because he shoots a lot, right? And so he can have those games where he just starts doing nonsense, turning the ball over, just making bad shots and doing, because he tries to do too much. So that, I believe, that can happen too, especially offensively if we're putting pressure on him, because then he's going to feel like he want to come down and pull up logo threes. You know what I mean? That's what he does a lot. Step back, everything is going full speed, step back 5 steps, logo three. Like that's what he does. And then when you're worried about that, then he kind of comes through, hits that runner. He's a headache to guard. Trust me, he's going to get his. But it's everybody else around him. It's everybody else. David Smith says, very simple formula for the Knicks' success. Ball movement, at least 30 assists, and Brunson takes less than 20 shots. Knicks practically unbeatable when those things happen. Keep doing what works. Agreed. Agreed, David Smith. Agreed. Totally agree. Run the same stuff we've been running. But you got to attack Maxey. You got to attack him, man. Attack him. Even if it's Josh, attack him. Go to the rack. Finish strong. PQ for BK. Start Deuce over Bridges and let Deuce guard Maxey. No, not at all. Let Mikal. Come on, man. Listen, the kid played good last game. Keep everything the same, BQ. Don't change nothing. Don't change anything. We know Deuce is going to come in the game. That Deuce coming, of course, he's going to get minutes on Maxey. We know that. But continue to keep things. Don't change this. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, man. Keep it going. Keep it going. Big Tess says we had to make sure that the 70 don't switch to have Brunson guard Maxey where they're going to. What we had to do is the same thing we did last series. When they would switch and try to get McCollum on, they would fight over the screen and blitz. The issue is, are the Sixers going to be able to knock down shots at a high rate? Because offensively, they're like middle tier, right? You know what I mean? They're pretty good, but then they can't be, so do you trust Oubre to knock down threes? Do you trust VJ Edgecombe? Ken, he's hot and cold. Paul George, you want to be on because you don't want him to start really kind of see the ball go through the net because he's that good of a player, right? He's done it for many years. But if you keep him kind of like even keel and kind of do what they did to Alexander Walker last series, then I think we're in a good spot, right? But this is going to be a good series, guys. Listen, this is going to be a good series. This is going to be a really, really good series, really, really good series. But I think my opinion is I think Philadelphia's Achilles heel is that they don't play anybody. They have a short bench. Nick Nurse doesn't really go deep into his bench like that, especially with matchups, because he's going to see who we have out there offensively. And that's going to be the key. And that second unit with Alvarado, Deuce, OG, is Shamet going to play now? Or you keep Clarkson in there? What do you guys do? Do you play Shamet now? Because I think Shamet could be big in this series because you could use Shamet to guard Maxey. Or do you keep Clarkson in there? I think you keep everything the same. I think you keep everything the same and you see what happens and we adjust from that. Once again, what was the word I always say here? Adaptability, correct? Adaptability. So to me, that's the key. That's the key. If we can adapt here, based on what they're throwing at us, I think we'll be good to go. I think we'll be good to go. And so to me, that's huge. Huge. Now, who I think could also have a really, really, really big series, right? Huge series. Is I think Deuce can have a monster series. Monster series. Especially if you're leaving him open, right? He can have a monster series. And that's the beauty of Deuce because he can defend, but he can knock down those threes, man. And that's what makes him dangerous. Dangerous. But I think he can have a monster series, man. Monster series. So it should be exciting, man. It should be exciting. I think both teams, both fan bases are going to be extremely, extremely excited. I mean, you know how we feel. Let me show you how we feel. Let me see. You guys remember this, right? You guys remember this, right? I had to play it. Let me turn up the sound. Let me turn up the sound. Make sure the sound is low, right? I got to play it, right? I'm going to kind of get banged for it, but you remember this sequence, right? You remember this. 101-96, Brunson's falling all over the place, typical stuff. Right? It's Dante, right? We got to bring him back home. Money, right? This was it, man. This is what we loved about this team. The Maxey, you can only guard him. He's falling all over the place. They said it's a foul. How's it fall? He's tripping over his own feet. Dante. iHeart was big. Look at that monster rebound right there. OG, you know what time it is? Put him in the bank. Bang, bang. I don't think I screamed louder than that moment right there. Oh, we got to bring Dante home. play it again. We got to bring Dante home, man. I think that's the loudest the Garden's ever been. Maybe outside of LJ's 3. When LJ hit that 3, this might have been second to that. But this was so huge, man. Huge. Maxey crying. He tried to push off anyway. Look, he's falling and tripping. Ain't his fault. Look at this monster rebound by iHeart. This is just wanting it. That's a 1-2. Ice water. Look at that. Oh, man. Dante's got to come back home, man. Bring him home. Bring him back home. Bring him back home, man. Bring him back home. You gotta love it, man. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Hey, Super Morty, man, what's going on? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Look at this guy. My man, listen. Why are you over here? Shouldn't y'all be over there celebrating because you barely beat a bum team? Why are you over here with us? We over here getting ready for tomorrow night. Yeah, my man, listen. I wasn't even talking about y'all because I don't really care. You better thank the basketball gods that Franz pulled his calf muscle. If not, you guys would have been done in 5. You guys would have been done in 5. You guys hanging on by a thread. That kid goes down with a calf. Yo, you guys would have been finished. You wouldn't even be on it. You'd be on it back home crying in Detroit. So, my man, just enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. Don't come over here. Don't do that. Because you were on the brink. If that kid didn't get hurt, you guys are finished. Finito. Knock it off, man. Knock it off. Here he is. Grateful for 7. Made my pitcher stronger. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. Listen, you guys stink, man. I'm watching the game. You guys can't score the ball at all. At all. This is the playoffs now. Everything's getting exposed. Duran is not even close to a max guy. You guys have no. If Cade is not dropping whatever, you guys are finished. Finished. Guys, come on, man. Are we watching the same game here? Hey, come on. There's no way you can be super optimistic about this team. There's no way. You guys would have lost. If Franz would have hurt, you guys would have lost. You guys were down 3-1. The only way that happened because he got hurt. You guys can't score the basketball. Come on, man. The Magic stink. They have nobody. It took y'all 7, man. 7 games. I just don't understand the insanity. Yo, Vibes, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. These guys hopping up in here like, yo, yeah, we won. Yo, my man. These guys have no idea. Yo, what's the score? Yo, let me see. What's the score? What's the name say? What's the score of Cleveland? They're playing right now. What's the score right there? Let me see. Tied up, halftime, 3-3. 7-game series, man. Everybody's playing hard, man. Everybody's playing hard. But yeah, man. So it's gonna be exciting, man. It's gonna be exciting. Once again, as far as the matchups go, you guys break that. I think. I truly do. I think it's gonna be a great series, man. Great rivalry. Great rivalry. So I think they're gonna be. I think we're gonna be. I think we're gonna be ready to go, man. But it's gonna be tough, man. They're gonna play hard. And to me, I want it that way, man. I think the rivalry should be that. You need great theater, man. I think there's gonna be a game where Maxey goes off. I think there's gonna be a game where Brunson just is on a Brunson burner. I think Cat's gonna have a big game. I think there'll be some moments for Embiid. But I told you who I think is gonna have a big series for us. When I think Mikal Bridges, but who I think could possibly be the leading scorer in this series is probably OG Anunoby. I think OG is gonna have a monster series. I'm speaking of like 20 plus, like every game. Because they have nobody that can check them. Who over there is going to guard OG? Who they got? Paul George? He ain't the same Paul George that played defense back in the day. He ain't, come on. There's no way he's gonna. So OG to me is gonna probably be the best player on the court for us. I think everything that happened in the Atlanta series is going to carry right over. Right over. So I think he's going to be huge. Huge. And I think also too the other dynamic too with us, which we can play many different lineups. Many different lineups. And I think it's going to cause, it's going to cause some issues with them because, like I said, they only go 6. It's probably go about 7 deep, maybe 8. Right? So I think that that's to me kind of like what's going to be probably an issue too for them. You know what I mean? Because we could throw different lineups out there. Hey guys, let me ask you guys something. How do you guys feel about Diawara in this series? What about him? How do you guys feel about possibly playing Diawara in this series and throwing him out there to give a different look? Maybe put him on Paul George. How would you guys feel about that? I would like him in this series too, just to kind of give a different look, right? I would like to see him what he looks like. Eric Green, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live tonight. Like I said, I'm doing a quick show, man. Quick show, touching bases with you guys. Look at this Grover. LV, you bugging. Mo stinks. This Grover. I didn't say he's definitely going to play. I'm just asking, what do you guys think? Do you think there's a possibility that we could see him in this series? Just asking. Just asking. Vaughn Allen, 40 piece. What's going on, Vaughn? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Gail Barry, what's going on? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live tonight. Let's do a quick playoff preview show, man. Haven't touched base with you guys in a couple of days. Just want to touch base about the next series, man. I think it's going to be a great series, man. I think it's going to be a great series. Yo, look at this guy, man. Look at this guy. You're my man. Shouldn't you be over there celebrating? Who beat you in a regular season combined? I mean, this guy's still talking about regular season basketball. He's on another planet. Ship him off to Mars. He's talking about regular season basketball. My man, you just went 7 games with a team that was at the bottom of the league. Like, it doesn't matter, man. The regular season doesn't matter. This guy's lost. Once again, they haven't been in the playoffs in years. They don't know. So don't blame him. Blame the messenger. He doesn't. He doesn't know no better. It's okay. Let him. You got to talk about regular season. So you think Mo stinks? Look at Big Taz. No, I think Diawara should observe and learn. There we go. There we go. Okay, so no one feels good about Diawara possibly maybe seeing some minutes. All right. I mean, that's cool. I mean, we're pretty deep without him. I'm just just throwing things out there. Gilbert, hi, LV. Knicks should win, but they have to be smart. Embiid plays, shall we say, dirty. So we have to watch out for when he falls, rolls over. If the Knicks play smart and composed, we will win. Well said by Gail Barry. Well said. And I totally agree with you. Totally agree. That's why, guys, I said earlier, everybody's rolling in here. I said I wouldn't start Cat on Embiid. No. Okay, I love Cat, but he's undisciplined to deal with Embiid. And Embiid's tricks, right? So I would put OG over there. I'll put OG on him and put Cat on Oubre. That's what I would do. I would not play around with that. I just wouldn't. Because you got to be smart here to Gail Barry's point, right? And so Embiid does do a lot of nasty stuff, right? That's what he's known for. Don't fall for the tricks, man. Don't fall for the tricks. Just play ball. Don't fall for the tricks. Just play basketball. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that's where pretty much the Knicks have to be disciplined. That's it. Be disciplined, man. And I think that's like the key to this. And if we do that, we don't fall for none of that nonsense. I think we got these boys. Do I say we blow them out? No, but I think in the playoffs, it doesn't matter if you blow them out or win by 1, win by 2. It doesn't matter. Get the victory, man. Get the win. Get the win. Okay, so here's what I was talking to you guys about. Look at this, man. I want to pull this up for you guys. Let me get this out of here really quick. I'm gonna get this up for you guys. Look what's going on here, man. And I'm bugging out for this because I'm like, yo, wait, what? Look what's going on here, guys. Make sure this. Look at this here. Look at what they're doing here. Look, guys. They're so terrified of everything. Fix this. Makes it okay. Cool. Look at what they're doing here. So this is basically saying, I'm gonna read it for you guys. Secure seats, your seats to catch the playoff live action, right? So now they're saying round 2, Xfinity Mobile Arena located for blah, blah, blah. Residency will be based on credit card billing address. Orders by residents outside of the greater Philadelphia area will be canceled without notice and refunds given. Yo, why are they doing that? Why are they doing that if they're not nervous? Why are they doing that if they're not nervous? What you doing that for? Why? This is insane. Insane what they're doing. Look at this, man. Look at this. This is just crazy what they're doing. Nervous. So you can't purchase tickets, man. But as you know, us as New Yorkers, right? We're hustlers by nature, man. We're born knowing how to hustle. So it ain't gonna be nothing for dudes to get a bunch of tickets, and we're gonna have a whole section. He'd be like, yo, how you get them tickets, man? Don't worry about it, man. But they're nervous. They're shook. They're shook. It's very obvious. It's very obvious that they're nervous about what could happen and how we could take over the Garden. Because of what happened last time we played them. We dominated that arena. Dominated that arena. Here goes Embiid. This is Embiid right now, right? Okay, let's turn it up. Make sure. This is Embiid talking about Philly fans, right? This is Embiid. Yo, these guys are nervous, man. They shook. Look at Embiid, got the shades on. These boys are shook, man. Why are you talking about? Listen to what he says here, guys.
I just have a message for our fans. Last time we played the Knicks, it felt like this was Madison Square Garden East. So we're gonna need the support. Don't sell your tickets. This is bigger than you. We need you guys. The atmosphere that we've had the last couple of games in Philly, especially the last one, pushing it to Game 7. I mean, we need all of it. I don't care if it's 70-30, it's Knicks fans. They travel, they're going to buy the tickets, and there's going to be, some people that need the money and that, probably going to sell tickets. But don't do it. We need you guys. We got a pretty good chance. We're going to need our support. We're going to need them to be extremely loud. If you need money, I got you. I just have
begging the fans for support. Look, we don't got to do this in this town, but he's begging. You see him? He's begging these dudes. You hear this guy? Begging them for them to come out. Don't sell your tickets, please. Please don't beg them. It felt like MSG East. This dude is begging, man. Begging his crew. That tells you, man, they nervous. They know what's coming. They know. Now, once again, I'm not saying we smacked them boys by 7, but this is the first sign right here. Listen, his confidence is cracked. He's showing a little crack in the armor here. A little crack in the armor. You see it. That's why he got the shades on. He don't want nobody to see how he really feels. How you know who a man really is, you know what you do? You look him in his eyes. You look him in his eyes. You take the shades off. He got the shades on, man. Nervous energy. He shook out there in Philly. Shook. I can't wait, man. I can't wait. Once again, I appreciate everybody coming through Rock with LV Live tonight. Series didn't even start, and that boy got his shades on. He nervous. Nervous. Hey, Disc Rover says, for what it's worth, we already faced the toughest team of the lower seeds. The Sixers defense is nowhere near as good as the Hawks. Yeah, man, they kind of got paper defense, man. I mean, I'm not, but that's why, you can't take them lightly. You can't take them lightly. The playoffs is different. I know that. I don't, I'm not running around just saying, I'm not running around saying that, we're going to smoke these boys. The playoffs is different. Playoffs is very, very different, and you got to respect that. If you don't respect it, what will happen? You'll go down 2-1, right? Like what we was to the Hawks, right? If you don't respect it. So I think, like I told you guys before, I think the Hawks woke up a monster because the Knicks are now laser focused because they understand where this can go if you don't come in ready to go. All these teams have to be respected. They're in the playoffs for a reason. But with that being said, their defense is not even close. Offensively, we are one of the best teams offensively in this league. We are. Remember, we're top 5 in offense. We do what we're supposed to do. We run things through Towns. Easy work. Easy work offensively is what I'm getting at. We get what we want. And Towns is such a mismatched nightmare. He's a nightmare because you got to guard him. He's like Joker. You got to guard him. Because if not, he'll step back and pop a 3 in your eye. Or he's hitting people with passes like Magic Johnson. Or he's doing a head fake, going to those big Ewing steps, finishing at the rack, getting rebounds. He still like, he's led the league this year in rebounding. Led the league in double-doubles. So one thing he doesn't get credit for, which he should, is how he eats up that glass. And so that's going to be a big, big advantage us, I think, in this game, rebounding big time. And I'm telling you guys, listen, I don't see anybody over there, anybody that's going to give OG problems. I don't see anybody. Paul George is not what he was. He will eat Oubre's lunch. So I don't see anybody over there. And Embiid's not the intimidator in that Baja like he used to be. So to me, that's where things come together here. That's where it comes together. Big time. But it's a rivalry game, man. It's a rivalry game. You know how it is with New York and Philly. You know what it is. It's right here down the Parkway, 95, right there. You beat it in an hour and a half, 2 hours. So, we already know that they're going to come in ready to go. You just can't take them lightly. I mean, just don't play with your food. Don't play with your food. Take full advantage of this opportunity. And I think the boys are going to be fine, man. I think they're going to be fine. I think we beat them on the bench, too. I think we have guys we could throw out there. I just named. We got Clarkson. We got Alvarado. Of course, we got Mitch, right? That's 8. Right? I didn't even mention Deuce, right? So we got Deuce. Right? So that's what is that? 9, right? That's 4 guys right there, right? So then you could also go Shannon, right? That's 10. Right? So we can go 10 deep here with these guys. And based on whatever's going on in the lineup, whatever's shaking off, or however things are going, you can say, okay, cool. This is going to be a Shamet series. Not so much a Clarkson series. It's going to be a Shamet series. This is going to be a Deuce game, right? So that's what I'm saying. So those are the interchangeable things that we can do based on what we see in game 1. Also, too, guys, I know I spoke about Diawara earlier. How would you guys feel about some Kolek minutes? to run the offense. If Alvarado's all over the place, how do you feel about some Kolek minutes for that second unit? To be a really good facilitator. You know, Kolek can knock down shots. He struggles defensively, but who is their backup point guard? Who's bringing up the ball? Who's the backup point guard for them? For that second unit. If it's someone like Grimes, he can guard Grimes. Does he have to worry about Grimes penetrating? No, that's not Grimes' game. How do you guys feel about possibly giving Kolek some minutes for that second unit? How do you guys feel about that? Vaughn Allen, 40 piece. Mike Brown will target Maxey on defense. Phillies off. Force Maxey left. Make him shoot going left. Knicks can't let Maxey drive by them going right into the paint. Absolutely. Absolutely, Vaughn. Well scouted, Vaughn. That's easy. Vaughn, but that's with anything. Vaughn, he's a strong-handed, right-handed player. You got to force him left. You got to force him left. You got to position yourself. If anybody don't know what forcing him left is, Vaughn knows, but if you know, everybody guards straight up, right? When you're playing defense. But what you do, I'm going to show you my seat. You hedge this way. So you hedge this way. So you put your hip on his, he's coming down this way. So you put your hip, you put your body on his right hip. So he can't come back to that right hand because that's what he wants. You force him left to where he's got to come this way, and now he's using his weaker hand. So if he has to come and shoot, he's got to go across your body to use his right hand to kind of shoot, which can be an offensive, or what he's going to probably do, right, Vaughn? What he's going to probably do, he's going to probably go left hard, right, Vaughn? Pause. Go left hard. Hard dribble, fast dribble, but he's not going to finish that way. What he's going to probably do, Vaughn, he's going to probably bump you with the shoulder, boom, step back, bang. That's what he's because he know he really can't go left. Right, Vaughn? It's going to be a hard finish for him coming up this way. So he's going to probably go left with that hard dribble. But you got to pay attention because he's going to do that, or he's going to try to step through and come through right. So that's where you position this way, because if he steps through, he hits you right in the chest, charge. But what he's going to probably do, if he can't get that, he's going to hit you with that shoulder. Boom, come right here. So that's why you guard him left. But if you get on his right hand, that's down here, that's barbecue chicken for him. Easy. And he's too good of an athlete. But you got to force him that way. But Vaughn, also too, Vaughn, if they force him that way, they got to double him, Vaughn. They got to double him fast and hard. Because what he's going to do is he's going to split that double team. He's nasty like that. Nasty is cold. He's going to come hard left, and he's going to hit him with the sham guard dribble. Low cross. It's as if he's touching the ground with his hand. Low cross. Boom. Come back left. Come back right strong. Finish like this. So you got to be, so when you come, you baby push him left. You got to blitz him. You got to blitz him like the Giants used to do with LT. You got to blitz him and get the ball out of his hands if you're going to send him left. But he's going to try to get back to that right hand. He's going to try to get back to that right hand. Either a step through or a hard cross, or he's going to hit you, boom, fall away, bang. That's what he's going to do. I gave you 3 things he's going to do. That's it, because that's not his stronger hand. He's going to go left. If you push him left, you turn his body, you push him this way, Town should know, whoever's there, we blitzing him. We blitzing him every single time. But if you blitz him, you got to go fast because he's going to see it coming, and he's like an alley cat. He's going to hit that, boom, come right between y'all, come right through, finish, with the leg. He's vintage Maxey. So because he's so fast and athletic, you got to make sure. But that person, this is easy. Anybody know hoops? This is why I love talking hoops, right? So, Vaughn, you in here. Vaughn, you got me locked in. When you guard him, he's going to go left. You got to stay right on his hip. So if he cross, boom, and try to do the cross, you can tip the ball, bang, and tip it or deflect it because you right there on his hip. But you got to blitz him. Whoever's coming off of that screen or coming up, they got to go hard because. But in doing that, you got to be on his hip like you basically about to put your hand in his pocket. You got to be like that because you can't. You give him a little crack, he gonna cross right through that. He's too much of an athlete. He's nasty with that. And then with the step through, you just keep your chest on him. He's going to have to come through with that. He come through with the elbow, bang, charge. So that's what you got to do. But you got to stay in his hip, man. Because if you come through and you send him left, he wants to go back right. That's how you got to do that with him. But he's nasty with that, man. So you gotta be. He gonna get his, man. That's just the truth. He's that good. Big Taz says no Kolick. He's not ready. Alvarado is the backup. Big Taz, all I'm saying is there a potential that we can see Kolick here? Would you guys be okay with seeing some Kolick minutes if Alvarado's not cutting it? Because Alvarado, he kind of could do, he kind of goes off a little bit. But he did have a big game against Philly before. Remember, Philly didn't see him all year. When he came here, and then that's when he played in that game. I think, if I'm correct, wasn't that his first or second game here? Right? It was like his second game or third game here with us. And he went off. Right? So that's the thing here. Vaughn says Nurse is going to try to put George on Towns and high beat on OG and Hart. Oh, I love that. If he does that, everybody hear what Vaughn said? Nurse is going to try to put George on Towns and hide Embiid on OG and Hart. I love that. I love that. Barbecue chicken. If you put OG on him, forget it. He's going to have to guard Josh Hart. Then Josh Hart's got to get busy. He's got to get busy. He's got to put a lot of pressure on Embiid by attacking the rim and hitting the open threes. That's it. Or setting that screen on OG based on like we did against the Hawks. Same type of deal. But you put Paul George on Towns. I love it. I love it because now we can everything do Towns. That would be beautiful. Wilton Oliver, man, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with me and my crew, man. It's my first time seeing you coming through rocking with me and my crew. So please, if you can, please subscribe to the channel. This is what I do after every Knicks game. Today's not a game, it's just a playoff preview, as you see. But this is what I do, man. Me and my crew, man. We chop it up, talk about the game, and everything else that has to do with the Knicks, man. So listen, I appreciate you coming through. Please subscribe to the channel. Wilton, man, but I appreciate you coming through rocking with me and my crew. It's truly appreciated. So it's gonna be exciting, man. It's gonna be exciting. Many different things that can happen, but a lot's we're gonna see a lot after game one. Game one's gonna tell us a lot. You know what I'm saying? Game one's gonna tell us a lot about what the matchups are gonna be, because that's the key here, right? You want to see exactly what the matchups are gonna look like, how they're gonna play us, what are they gonna do, how they're gonna roll things out, right? That's kind of like what you want to see. You know what I'm saying? Look at the prices here. I'm going to go through the prices right here for you guys. Listen, the prices for the next game, right? Lowest ticket is $500. Game 2 is $507. You go to Philly, 278, $262. You save $300, man. And then it goes back to $651 for the Knicks in Game 5. Game 6 for Philly, $275. Game 7 for us in the Garden, ready to paint a stack, $946. No place like New York, man. No place like New York. No place like New York. I think OG is going to have a big series, guys. I think he's going to have a major series, but I think he's going to play extremely well, man. He's going to be a problem because they have nobody for him. Cavs up by 10. Cavs up by 10 on the Raptors. 60-50 with 7 minutes left. Yeah, Captain Cavs are going to take these boys, man. Cavs are going to give Cavs are shaky, man. You know that, but offensively, they're going to give the Pistons problems, man. Because offensively, they can score. So you got Spider, you got Harden, and you know who's a secret weapon for the Cavs too? Schroeder coming off the bench. Schroeder's a headache, man, right? And he's a playoff riser. He's a playoff riser. He's really good in those spots. He's going to give the Pistons headaches, and he's going to outplay Dennis Jenkins. He's going to outplay him. I'm looking up here on Twitter right now. Yo, people getting tickets, man. People getting tickets right now for the next game. Yo, people getting tickets, man. People getting tickets. Yo, the Knicks are gonna be flooded over there in Philly. I'm seeing people getting tickets, man. I'm seeing all over Twitter. People saying, "Boom," you know what I mean? Got them. You know what I mean? People getting tickets, man. And beat up there crying, right? He crying. If you're scared, get a dog, man. If you're scared, get a dog. Okay. Wilton Oliver says we have more firepower than the Sixers. Yeah, I agree. Eric Green, make Embiid run back and forth. Agreed. Eric Green, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. We got to make him work, man. We got to make him work. That's really it. You got to make him work, man. I think we will. But Eric Green, I think the key too. We got to force things on Maxey too, man. You got to put Maxey in the torture chamber. You got to put pressure on him, man. You got to force him to foul. Vaughn says Knicks going to put on a clinic offensively. Embiid, Maxey will average 30 apiece. Keep PG and Grimes in the teens. Knicks in 5. Oh, Vaughn said Knicks in 5. Vaughn throwing out heat. Big Tass says, I think so too. OG and Nobi smells food on the Sixers and want to eat. Agreed. Mitch and Cat will lock up Embiid. I think so, man. But Wilton, I think more so OG. I think Mitch and OG. I wouldn't put Cat on Embiid. Embiid is a flopper, man. He's worse than Brunson. And he draws a lot of nonsense fouls, man. Like I just don't trust him. I don't trust Cat on him. And the refs are insane. So my thing is keep Cat far away from him. Because we need him to run the offense. And put OG on him. OG's not gonna be fouling like that. And they respect OG as a defender, so they're gonna let OG do certain things to him. They're gonna let Towns, I don't know, man. I don't know if Towns got something bad with the refs. I don't know, but they call nonsense on Towns. BQ says Grimes usually play well against us. He takes it personal. Yeah, are we really worried about Grimes? I ain't worried about Grimes. Come on. I ain't worried about Grimes at all. I think the law of attrition gets to the Sixers, man. Law of attrition. I think they're tired, and they're gonna be playing a really, really good team. And remember that the games aren't like 2 days off. You just every other game. If I'm correct, let me make sure I got this correct. I think it's every other game. Let me see the schedule here. I think it's every other day is the games. If I'm correct. Make sure I got this correct here. Okay, let's see. Put it here. Okay, so check it out, guys. Here's the schedule. We play Monday, then we play Wednesday, then we play Friday, then we play Sunday, then we play Tuesday, then we play Thursday, and then the big gap is going to be the big gap is going to be if we go to a game 7, which we'll be playing on Sunday. They'll get 2 days off, Friday and Saturday. That's if it goes to a game 7. I'm gonna give you guys my prediction in a minute, but we're saying we're playing every other day, and because the teams are close to each other, it's not going to be that big of an issue. But it's a quick turnaround. So in some ways, it's like you're playing a back-to-back because you're traveling so close. It's right here. I don't even think they're not flying to Philly. I think they're taking a bus out there. It's that close. So the Knicks play Monday. They're just going to stay out in Philly. They're going to stay in the Garden, but not to sound crazy, Philly can go back and stay at their house because some of those guys live in Jersey too. You know, a lot of those cats live in like I don't know if you guys know. You guys know what Cherry Hill is in Jersey? Cherry Hill is like right over the bridge from Philly. So a lot of those dudes, they stay in Jersey. So Jersey's right there. So it probably ain't nothing for those guys to drive home after the game. But of course, they probably got to stay at the hotel and stuff for the team stuff or whatever. I'm just saying that's how close it is. I'm just giving you guys an example. So even though it's every other day, it feels like it's like a back-to-back because you're so close. That day off ain't really like what we think it is. So, Philly just came off of a long 7-game series. Those guys are going to be tight. And I think he's only playing, what, 8 guys? 7 guys? He's going to probably have to put some guys in a game that he may not want to. And as you guys know, all it takes is 2 minutes in a quarter in the playoffs for the game to get out of hand, and then you won't be able to get it back. So every minute in the game matters. So matchups are extremely, extremely important. How guys produce are extremely important. So you got to be mindful of that as a coach. But see, I told you, Knicks can go 10. We can go 11, 12 deep if we're throwing in, Kolek and Diawara and stuff like that. What about Sohan, right? Same thing. You can use Sohan to play defense on Paul George maybe in a couple of stints, right? So what I'm saying is that the Knicks got different options that they could do if they want to. Keep it in and keep guys really, really fresh, man. But Philly it's just a numbers game. They don't have the numbers because who else are they going to really depend on? That kid Barlow, like really him? Like who else? Who else is going to score off their bench? Grimes, Drummond. Like I'm just saying, guys. Like, let's be honest here. Do I think they give us a good fight? Yeah, but it was really up to us, man. It's really up to us. Well, since Alvarado and Jordan Clarkson is going off this series, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Eric Gray, do you think Detroit misses Schroeder? If Cleveland advances, it would be interesting if he hurts Detroit in the series. Listen, man. I think Schroeder's gonna be a problem, man, for them. He's gonna outplay Jenkins. Schroeder's a playoff riser, Eric Green. He plays really, really well in the playoffs. I don't know what it is, and he's a great leader too. So, that's going to be an interesting series. What's the score out there? You guys seen the score? What is Cleveland kind of carrying it? Because last time I checked, I'll check now. Last I checked, they were up by 10. What's the score now? Okay, they're up by 7. It's going 6 minutes left in the third, 57-64. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, they're he's a problem. Offensively, they're gonna, and then you got Mobley too. They're gonna give him problems, man, because all he got is Cade. So I'm not saying Cleveland wins it easy, but I think Cleveland probably wins it in 6, man. I think they win that at 6 against Detroit. Misery loves company, man. Listen, I appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live, man. Listen, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, man. But I appreciate you coming through rocking with me and my crew, man. Playoff preview show. This is what I do after every single Knicks game. So please come through, man, and rock with me and my crew, man. Misery loves company. Appreciate you coming through rocking with me. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button for me, please. Big Chash, your LV, man. In those garbage minutes, Sohan was impressive. He was hitting threes and all. Yeah, man, listen, I think Sohan could play. You listen, once again, it's the playoffs, right, guys? So you could use certain guys in situational moments, right? Sohan's a really good defensive player. So you could use him in spots, especially if OG may pick up foul trouble. You don't want him to get fouled or whatever. I'm just saying, you could use him in that. That's where we can go. We have a deep bench. So that's the beauty of the team. And a coach who's willing to use guys on the bench, right? So once again, Nick Nurse is a Tibbs clone. He's not really going to play nobody like that. Mike Brown is the opposite. BQ says, LV, man, I remember you didn't like the fact that Mike Brown wanted Cat to play point forward like Draymond, but I think we found something now. It wasn't really so much point forward, BQ. I just didn't like the fact that he wasn't getting a lot of touches, and he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was trying to run things, and Towns didn't know what he was doing. It seems like they tweaked some things, BQ, and I don't think he's doing more of a Draymond thing. I think he's doing more of a Joker thing, because Joker does the same thing. He's a great passer, but where it's not a Draymond thing, because Cat is dangerous. Because out of that top of the key, he could spin, he can go to the rack and finish, or he can hit the three, he can make a great pass. So now you got to guard him in so many different ways. You don't worry about Draymond offensively, but you got to worry about the Joker offensively. You have to. So it feels like they're using him more like the Joker, right? So it's very similar, right, BQ? But they've tweaked it. And I think they tweaked it because they bounced some ideas around. And listen, Mike Brown has spoken about it, that he's changed some things around for the offense for certain guys, what they like and what they want to do. So they found something here. Obviously, some things they tweaked. where Towns is getting touches every single time down the court. And you see what he's doing also, too, is changing Towns where he's getting better defensively, too, getting rebounds. He's doing everything. So, once again, I think it's a tweak that they're doing, right? So, because now Towns is getting it. Now he's knowing how to attack. He's hitting the three. He's going to the rack and finishing. He's hitting guys with ill passes. You know what I mean? He's making – then also, too, what he's doing, BQ, is if you notice, he's going to the rack. But now he's not out of control going to the rack because if he goes – he's looking for guys in the corner for three. He's doing that. He did that a couple of times to OG. He did that a couple of times to Brunson, right? So now he's doing everything, and you got to guard him. He's that good offensively. Draymond, you ain't really got to guard, so it's not the same impact. Towns is impacting the game how Joker does, and so that's the beauty of what they've tweaked, right? So. All right, guys, listen, let me get out of here, man. Listen, I just want to wrap with y'all, man, real quick and talk about the player preview. Listen, I'll be going live tomorrow, right, to talk about what happened in game one and break it down, and we guys pretty much chop it up. Whether we're going to be mad, happy, or whatever, it doesn't matter, right? I know them boys going to be ready tomorrow night, man. So listen, that's my show. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, people, right? Also, too, it's your first time coming through, rocking with me and my crew. Please subscribe to the channel. If you're watching this on a replay game, right, leave comments because I do respond to comments. And also, please subscribe. All right, listen, that's my show. I'll be going live tomorrow night after the game. So please come through and check it out. All right, I'm LV Live, and that's my show, and I'm out of here, people. Peace.